What is going on, everyone? This is the second time I recorded the video. I recorded this entire video in one take and I totally forgot to push record. But anyways, 5 tips for staying in hostels. I'm actually staying in a hostel right now. I'm actually staying in St. Christopher's, which is one of my favorite hostels to stay in. I'm gonna try to do this all in one take, so part of the cinematography. Excuse the cinematography. I just will try and do it all in one take. This is actually the second time I'm doing this too. But when you're staying in the hostels, these are just a few tips that I've learned staying in hostels. And I know a lot of you guys who have not stayed in hostels and are been curious about hostels. You've heard horror stories, you've seen the movie Hostel and maybe you not want to do it. I love hostels. I stay in hotels, but I love staying in hostels. I love meeting people, I love the environment. And if you don't want to talk to anyone, you don't have to talk to anyone. But if you do, the option's always there. So I'm in a hostel right now. Whoa, this is not my day. I'm in a hostel right now. This is St. Christopher's Hostels, the hostel I really like. They have them everywhere. There's one here, there's one in Amsterdam, there's one in Berlin, there's one in Bruges. They have them in Barcelona, and this is the one in Paris. You guys can see when you come to the hostel, this one's pretty nice because you have these. So this is pretty nice. You have your own privacy. This is actually my one right here. Privacy. You have lights. Lights, camera, action, plugs, a place to put your stuff. This is a very good this is a very good start for what to have in a hostel. And some things that I recommend to people, I always recommend when you first come to the hostel, say hello to people in the room. You walk in the room, say hi, and if people seem really super open, go shake their hand. Hey, I'm blah blah blah, I come from blah blah blah. And that's how that starts almost every single conversation, everything I've had in a hostel, that's how it started. Next thing I recommend you guys do is always mess up your bed. Like, you may seem great, like you might feel great coming in, making your bed perfect, but trust me, when people come in here and they're really tired, middle of the night, sometimes they'll just jump in the bed that looks, this one's brand new. So someone will jump right in there and they've made a mistake, but the bed looked nice. If you mess up your bed, such like this, most people will not get in a bed that's been messed up. So I recommend you guys do that if you guys are staying in a hostel. If you guys are staying in a hostel, another thing you should look for when I book hostels, the one thing that really matters to me most of all is security. Is there a place to put my stuff? So I don't have a lock with me, but this is the locker here. It's okay. It's a 7 out of 10. If you have a lock, you can put it on there, but I don't feel super secure. My friend here from Argentina, she has a small lock here, which is great, but I recommend you guys to be careful with your stuff. I always say lock your stuff up in the night. When you're going out in the day, I see people leave their computers, all kind of stuff. I'm just like, it's okay. Normally it's okay, but imagine I'm here and I'm a crazy person. I can easily break this lock and take all the stuff and no one would know, no one's here in the room. So it's always be careful. Always be careful with your stuff and your very secure stuff. Like, let's say I have computers and stuff in my bag, this always stays with me. So when I'm going to sleep, it's next to me and I feel like it's safe. I see a lot of people leave their stuff next to their bed. I think you need to be careful with that. I mean, everyone, we're all cool here, but you never know. I've seen things where someone left the hostel door, the room open, and someone came in and took people's phones because there was only one charging port in the hostel, and it was like this, and it was plugged into the table. Everyone had their phones on the table charging. Someone came in, took everyone's phone. I had mine charging next to me, or I didn't charge mine that night. I just had my power bank charging on that table, and they didn't even take that. So always be careful with your stuff. And then one thing also I'd recommend about this, how this closes and opens like this. I know people who bring their own towels because every hostel doesn't have this, so this is kind of like a luxury when it comes to staying in hostels. This is a pretty decent room, as you can see. It has a table, all this kind of stuff. Not any kind of view, but you can see this is a decent hostel. Like, you could definitely recommend this. And then finally, one thing I'd like to recommend, and one reason why I really enjoy hostels is because you never know who you're gonna meet. You know, if you wanna meet a lot of people, you can. If you don't wanna talk to anyone, you don't have to. There's been plenty of times I've come to a hostel, I've been super exhausted, I've been filming all day, or I've had meetups, or I've just, whatever, maybe I just didn't want to talk to anyone that day. I just come back, put my camera away, no one sees my camera, I come straight, get in the bed, and go to sleep. And that's okay. A lot of people feel like you're gonna have pressure if you come to the hostel and you don't want to talk to anyone. Like, you don't have to. Plenty of people don't feel like talking, and it's okay, you know. But I think that when you're in a hostel, it's one of the you have a The best part, I think, is you're around a lot of like-minded individuals, and I think that's very important. I mean, of course, you have the people who are here to party and all that kind of stuff, but you have people who actually are trying to travel, who enjoy traveling. And one thing that I think is even better is that someone like me who's been traveling for a very long time, I get to see the newness in other people of them trying to travel for the first time, or they're taking their first trip or their last trip before they start working. And it's kind of like you're motivated by them, they're motivated by you. You give each other value. You get to learn about other cultures. Like, I think that that's one of the best parts, is why I love staying in hostels. Like, I meet amazing people. Like I tell everyone, like when I found out about hostels in Barcelona the first time, I literally went there every single weekend. Even though I had an apartment with my friend in Barcelona, I still stayed in the hostel because I would meet people, and what I do is I meet people, I stay in contact with them, and then I go and visit their cities or their country and their countries when I was traveling. So the first 10-15 countries I saw were because people that I met in the hostel. Now, you don't have to talk to people, you don't have to keep in contact with people, but you never know who you can meet, you know. And I think that's one of the best parts of staying in a hostel. The other day that I was here, the other night, I was gonna go meet my friends at their house, and they live by a metro called Colonel Fabian. And my first time when I came to Paris, I stayed at Colonel Fabian. I stayed at a hotel. I didn't speak French, I didn't know anyone in France, but I came to Paris for the first time for 2 days. When I was here for 2 days, I didn't talk to anyone. I was really nervous to talk to anyone. I woke up in my room, didn't talk to anyone. The next day, walked around all day, came back to the hotel, still didn't talk to anyone, didn't see anyone, and there was no talking. It was like 9 hours of nothing. And if I had known about hostels back then, I would have been a lot better off. You meet people, you get advice. A lot of the places that I know where I travel, I've traveled there because I met someone who told me you should go here. This summer I was in Split, Croatia. I was supposed to go from Split, Croatia to Dubrovnik. I met someone in a hostel who said, you should go to the island of Hvar. We just came from there, we loved it. Next day, I was on a ferry and I went to Hvar and I had an amazing time. So I think it's so important that you keep on growing your network, and you grow your network of people by meeting people from places everywhere in the world, and a hostel is a great start. So I hope that helps you guys. Go into a hostel with an open mind. Remember, if you don't want to talk to anyone, you don't want to meet anyone, you don't have to, but if you do, you'll have plenty of opportunity, and I highly recommend it. Hope this video helps you. This is the second time I've recorded it. I actually in Paris, and I've come here and I just finished walking around all day, and I'm coming back here to take a nap, but I wanted to film this for you guys. But I just want to give you guys a little bit of value, and people who are scared to stay in hostels, I hope this makes you feel a little bit better, because guys, it's not that bad. You can do it, you'll be fine. It'll be a little awkward in the beginning, just like everything else, but after, you'll be fine, okay? So don't take the risk, get out your comfort zone, you'll enjoy it. You'll meet other people who are doing the same thing their first time as well, and seeing that newness in them will give you comfort for sure. So go out there, enjoy yourself, open-minded, stay in hostels, and next thing I know, someone's gonna say this in the comments, are you ever too old to stay in the hostels? There's no limit to the age to stay in hostels, and I think people are about to come in my room, but there's no age limit, guys. Enjoy your time, meet people. That's what life's about. Enjoy yourself. Hope this video helped you guys. Yeah, that's kind of it. Talk to you guys later. Have a beautiful day. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new around here, I'm Luke. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you guys. You're always welcome here. And I'll talk to you guys all later. And everyone, always remember to work hard, be brave, and don't forget to smile. Ciao.